we're finally back in Alvanista territory, and we can go ahead and head our way to where we need to be at right now, or we can just walk past it. But other than that, what's going on, everybody? This is Double RPG here, and welcome to another episode of Double RPG Let's Play with Tales of Phantasia on the Super Famicom. In today's episode, we are going to go through the Moria Gallery in its entirety, so let's get on with this episode that's already in progress, shall we? So here we are at the Moria Gallery, the place where we need to go, and after we got all the summon spirits as well as the sorcerer's ring, we can finally head down to the bottom and most deepest part of the gallery that we can get to at this point, so that way we can try to find the Moonstone Ring, in which we came here to do for quite some time. So finally we can, get that item at our heart's content. So getting down to the bottom floor, it's going to take us 10 levels to get through this. Well, I'm not talking about in level up terms, I'm talking about going through the gallery in terms of floors. There's 10 floors in the Moria Gallery that we have to go through in order to get through this place. And I will be showing a few battles every now and then to show you what some of the enemies are like, because the enemies do change depending on the floor, depending on which floor you go to. So this is going to be a pretty lengthy video, probably a little over 20 minutes to get through. So just bear with me, folks, and we'll get through this in a breeze. And now, looks like we pretty much defeated most of the enemies that are in this section of the Moria Gallery. I think this goes on for the next 2 or 3 floors, or the next 2 floors. I'm not even sure which. But other than that, let's go down. We had to hit that switch back there in order to go this way, because if we took the other route, it would lead us to a dead end that we couldn't be able to get past. So we need to go this way. And in order to go down the stairs to the right here on the second floor, we need to go over here, and we can't even budge that statue, so we're going to need to bring this one over to the one that's over here. And the music that's going on in this dungeon, I guess you could say, it's one of my favorite songs in the entire in the entire game, I guess you could say. Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs in this game's soundtrack, so let's put it that way. And after we hit that switch back there, where, that had the 3 treasure chests, it gave us access to the 3rd floor of the Moria Gallery, which we'll go ahead and take right now. And here's another set of enemies that are different. They are the Doom Toads. I think these guys will poison you if they touch you, so you want to be careful. I notice how I use Blade Storm to finish them off, and yeah, Blade Storm is a good technique in case if you need to get the enemies to stagger, after you use that ability. If you go this way, you can't get access to that door, so we're going to need to find something else that will help us get access. And take a look at what we have here that we have not used in quite a while, the floor panels to make us float. So yeah, if we use these, and we go around, or just to get around that one spot that says that we can't float in the air, then we can go to that one door where we won't have to hit all, both those switches in order to get past it. Now, here's a couple more enemies that are within these floors, like from floors 3 through 6, I think, or 3 through 7. But, yeah, there will be another set of enemies as we, travel along through here, so they shouldn't be that big of a problem once we get a little bit further. So, let's go this way. Okay, we managed to get past it, and now we can get off. And if we hit the switch, it will take us to... I think it will take us to a part where we can... Actually, yeah. We hit that. It should be able to unlock the door here and give us access to this part of the... to that part of the floor, which will get us to floor 4. And there is a secret passage here, and look at the torch, and there's something odd about it. And if we pull on it, secret passage. You might have noticed up there in the upper right a little bit that there seemed like there was something kind of odd about that wall. So if you hit that switch, that you thought was a torch, then there you go. Now let's go to the right here, and now this is another tricky puzzle because both class and the NPC have to be in complete unison to hit the switches in order to get the treasure chest that's inside this area. Come on, hit it, go back up there, go back up there. Thank you. And we get a Rune Bottle for that. Nice. And let's see, what can we, let's go ahead and use it on the weapon. We got ourselves a Thunderclap, which is an axe that we can use, but I will warn you that using the Thunderclap, it's going to be pretty useless when you're going through some of the middle levels of the Moria Gallery, because some of the enemies that you fight there are going to be fire-based, or they have a big tendency to be invulnerable to lightning or thunder-based spells or anything like that that's embedded onto a weapon, so yeah, we'll need to be careful. And if you saw from that signpost, the code that we have to hit the switches is up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. Notice where that's from? Yes, that is part of the Konami code. And Konami wasn't the only company to, use that code to some extent. I mean, there were others that started to use it too. I think, I can't remember, but I think Capcom also used it for something, but I know this game uses it for to get through certain areas like this, so, yeah. I think this is the only time we need to use that, the D-pad code or whatever from the Konami code, so, yeah. It's always cool when games reference some things. Some games reference something that originates from a company or something, because, Konami originated the Konami code, up, down, down, left, right, B, A starred, or A, B star. I'm not sure which is which, but I'm thinking it's B, A after that. But, yeah, I think it's really awesome that they do that, because, back then in the in the late 80s and early 90s, Konami was a king when it came to delivering games on a Nintendo console. I'm talking about the regular NES and the Super Nintendo, or the Super NES at the time. Yes, there were some really great games for it. And like I said, going back to the Thunderclap axe that we have, the ogres here, they are going to be, I think they are magic resistant, but they should be able to be damaged by magic that doesn't have any elemental properties to it. So at least there isn't a double-edged sword in this battle when using the axe. And I think there's also some things that we can use the axe for that will damage the enemies, like the lightning bolt, if I'm not mistaken, or something. Can't remember. Now, if we go down this way, this will take us to floor 6. And notice how the room was all kind of like circular and pitch black, kind of like this one too. And sometimes there will be traps that we have to watch out for. So what you want to do is take things a bit slow when going through these dark areas. And if we go this way, there should be a spot somewhere. Well, okay, yeah, we need to go up this way, because in order to get that treasure chest over here, we need to do something. And if we pull this lever, it gets us access to the little passageway there to where we can get that treasure chest that we can't get to, because if we hit that circular pad right there, that will take us all the way back up to the beginning. So you want to make sure you don't do that. And yes, trust me, it's a pain when you have to, trail your way back through the beginning, going through all that. I mean, it may be good for grinding purposes, but, having to do it a second or third time, no, I would not recommend it. Okay, here we are on floor 7, and here is another one of those torches that we have to mess around with, but this torch can be lit up, so let's go ahead and light it up. If you use the Sorcerer's Ring, that will get access to a circular pad. Now, you may think this will take us back to the beginning, but nope, it will take us to a different area inside floor 7 of the Moria Gallery. Now, in order to get the treasures here, we have to do this puzzle 3 times, and if you want to get the treasure, if you see it real close to you, go the other way around to grab it. Because if you try to just directly go for it from where you're at, then you're gonna, like this, you're just gonna go back to the beginning here, and you're gonna have to start that puzzle again, but not from the last one you start. It'll start with the current one that you're trying to get. So at least there's some redeeming quality there. So we got ourselves a yellow cake, which is some food. We could all use some food, or whatever it is that they call it in Twister. Yeah, good visual effects in that movie, but regardless, I don't know what to say about it now. It kind of lost its lust for me a long time ago. I mean, I used to like it when I was a kid, but now I'm like, eh. And we did get a Mystic Broom there, and that is a new weapon that Archie can use. And I think this is the first time in quite a while that Archie ever needed to get a new broom of any kind. So, yeah, that was a nice little treat right there. And hopefully we can get some more later on. So, but we'll have to see. Now, we need to light these torches in order to get past this room. And now we're stuck in another area that has enclosed darkness around us, so we're gonna need to tiptoe our way slowly to make sure that we don't hit any spikes or whatever. I hope we don't have to hit any spikes, but no, I doubt it. Okay, if we go this way, there is a stone wall here, so use the pickaxe that we still have. I think this is the last time we have to use the pickaxe, but I could be mistaken. But yeah, another time we needed to use that, and there's a couple more torches, so we can go ahead and we can make our way this way, so that way we can go down these steps to floor 8. Now, you may think that we need to light up this torch, but no, it is a trap. And before we do so, there are some enemies from back over in Undini's Cavern, or the Glaciated Cavern that we fought against, that are here in the Moria Gallery. So we can always attack them to try to get some extra experience. Because, you know, I mean, this place is a really good grinding spot to the current levels that you're at right now. So use this place to the best of your advantage to grind whenever you can. You know, with the upcoming summon spirit that we're going to have to fight against. Anyway, throw the switch. Yes, that door will open. You don't have to light the torches because arrows will hit you. Now, if we hit this switch, there's a big bang. What could that be? So if we walk back, the big, huge torch turned itself into a hover pad. A hover pad, yeah. So we can fly over the spikes that we need, that hurt us. And there's a yellow cake in that treasure chest. So let's get around here pretty quickly without having that. There we go. We managed to get it off we managed to get on that other hover pad that will tell us to get off. Now, I don't know why I walked past it, but there is a treasure chest. There's a couple of treasure chests in that door over there. So, yeah, why don't we go ahead and grab them? Might as well go ahead and see what they are. I mean, sure, I should have probably cut off here and go grab those treasure chests, but that's okay. Besides, it won't take that long. We got ourselves another Rune Bottle, and we got an apple gummy. Nice. And let's go ahead and get back to Moria Gallery level 9. We are on the 9th floor. Now, these little holes here, in a short bit, I'll tell you what they're going to do. But let's go ahead and make our way this way. Now, go ahead and walk around here. Walk around here, and go up this pathway, and then take the upper path. Now, if we hit the switch, go ahead and make our way back over to the where the door was that was closed before we passed those little holes or whatever. Now, if we head this way, there's going to be fire in our path, so you're going to have to take the risk and walk through the fire. But regardless, we will be able to get through that closed door. And now we're at the bottom floor of the Moria Gallery, so we need to hit both of these switches, and we got ourselves a turquoise ring, which we will need for the upcoming battle, because we're going to be fighting a summon spirit. Yes, you heard me right. And let's take the right circular pad here and go up a little ways, because the stone tablet here, it's all in Elven language, or Primal Elven lore. And they look at the tablet and thinks it's some mystic runes, and they never seen anything like it. And Archie can read what it is, and she is talking about, looks like she's talking about some things that are in relation to get on further, so So, from what it's shown, it is a puzzle. And it looks like it's in relation to the summon spirits, since they did reference earth, fire, wind, and water. And Archie thinks they're a little pissed. thinks that they're a little dense because, you know, they don't think that her, that she's very useful, but she is very useful for some things like that. Yeah, there was a little bit of comedy going on here. Go ahead and use the heal spell real quick because we did fight some more battles, and notice we're at level 27 with class, mostly in the 27 and 26 level range for all the characters, which is nice. We should be able to defeat the summon spirit here without any problems, but I'll show you who it is once we get a little ways further. Okay, now this area here. This is where Clarth needs to summon the elemental spirits. What we need to do is we need to summon them in this order. We need to summon Undini here in the left path. Okay, let's go ahead and put Undini here. And to the right, we need to summon Sylph. Sylph. Yeah. It's really amazing. Like I said, it's really amazing that a Super Famicom game that has that has 48 megs of memory can use stuff like that. You know, use some minimal voice acting in their game. So it's kind of revolutionary at its time. And on the north end, we need to summon Ifrit right here, and then on the south end, we need to go summon Gnome, and then we will be able to wake up the summon spirit that's, you know, hiding in the Moria gallery. Gnome! So, Undini west, Sylph east, Ifrit north, and Gnome south. Makes perfect sense. Who has awakened my slumber? Who's there? Come back to the obelisk. Or the stone tablet, that's where we were at. So go ahead and head on this path here, or back on the pad here, and take the right pad again. But let's go ahead and save our progress really quick because we're going to get in a boss fight. Okay, good. Now hit the circular pad here and get back over to the obelisk. Is that Maxwell? Yes, this is the Lord of Worldly Elements. This is Maxwell. And Maxwell says that he was asking us if we were the ones that awakened him, and Clarth says we need to go forward to get the Moonstone Ring, but Maxwell is going to test our strength in battle. Now this boss can be a little bit of a trickster, because it will use one attack that's called Molecular Attack, where it will enwrap itself in like magnet energy or something like that, or electric energy inside of a sphere, and attack its enemies without being able to be attacked without magic. And when it's in that instance when, you know, those lines were kind of just going up and down through Maxwell, it was about ready to summon spells, so yeah, we want to be careful with that. And notice how Maxwell has really high defenses when we're using the ability. So yeah, it's kind of hard to fight against this boss. But yeah, make sure that Archie and Clarth are using their magics too, because it will definitely help in the long run. And I think it's also a good idea that we need to use a flare bottle on Kless, which we did right away, and that gave us a little bit more damage onto Maxwell, so that's a good sign. Oh gosh, I love this music. I definitely think, you know, the original rendition of Fighting of the Spirit and Tales of Symphonia's rendition are on equal terms. Oh my gosh! But those two games with their renditions of Fighting of the Spirit, I say this original game and Tales of Symphonia are on equal terms with each other to see which track is superior. So I don't think there was a oh crap, Archie died. I don't think there's one that's superior and one that's inferior, so let's go ahead and get Archie back alive really quickly. Oh gosh. Yes, Clarth, thank you. Keep using Undini on Maxwell. Should be able to defeat it very shortly. And thank God for Mint to get us back, you know, to hit us with the Nurse healing spell. Like I said, the Nurse healing spell does medium. It heals in medium spurts, but it can heal party members that are nearby. So yeah, it's a good sign. finish him off already. I'm kind of getting tired of fighting him. Please let this be it, Clarth. Bollocks. There we go. Way to go, Kless. We got ourselves 3,000 experience for that. Mint gained a level. Yeah, Mint only gained a level that time, so nice. Anyway, Maxwell shows us that we are very powerful, and he offers his powers through a contract. And Clarth is very surprised that, you know, Maxwell would do something like this. Now, remember, you know, where Maxwell says pops? I don't get it. Yeah, that's what I meant from the Tales of Symphonia or in this game, that summon spirits, they do not have gender. So, yeah, it's very, very interesting for them, you know, saying that they actually could be young in disguise. I mean, I guess spirits don't age like that, so, yeah, it's very interesting. Anyway, Clarth is now able to summon Maxwell, Lord of the Worldly Elements. So we finally got Maxwell in our list of magic for Clarth. So, nice. Now look at all that treasure that's there. So, we go ahead and open the treasure chests, and they all consist of rings. But it looks like that they're going to be broken. And yeah, they're all broken. So we're gonna have to go all the way back to Alvanista and talk to Rune Glom about this. I'm thinking that Clarth is... Yes, we're gonna have to go consult Rune Glom about it. Now, a little interesting tidbit about the Moria Gallery is that the Moria Gallery is the home of the extinct dwarven race. So, they actually do mention the Moria Gallery in Tales of Symphonia, but you don't go visit it. And there are dwarfs in Tales of Symphonia, so like how we saw Dirk there. So, this takes place in a long time where dwarves are extinct. So, yeah, it's kind of sad. We got ourselves a couple of rune bottles. We do this, we get ourselves a mithril mesh, and with the rod, we get a rune rod for mint. And sadly, I did not have enough rune bottles, but that's okay. But the mithril mesh, it's a really strong armor, and the rune rod, it's a really strong rod for mint to use. So go ahead and equip that for her. Now, before we close off this video, I'm going to show you how to get back to the top of the Moria Gallery, or back to the entrance. So, let's go up this way. And we need to take that path to where that fire is, and if we hit the switch here, the fire will be expelled for just about 5-10 seconds, and then it will start flashing again, like it did at the bottom of the screen there. If you could see it with, you know, within the blink of an eye. Now, if we hit this switch, and if we go up these stairs, they will take us back all the way to the top of the Moria Gallery. So we shouldn't be able to fight any enemies when we go through these floors. So it's going to be a cakewalk to get all the way back up. So let's go ahead and finish off these here, and then we will close off this episode. Okay, we're finally back on the first floor, so let's go ahead and close off this episode, guys. So next time on Double RPG Let's Play with Tales of Phantasia on the Super Famicom, we are going to go back to Alvanista to consult with Rune Glom, who's probably going to tell us that we're going to need to find somebody who knows how to repair the rings that we found in the Moria Gallery. And we'll see how far along we get through there, or get from there, or whatever. But anyway, if you have not done so already, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the links in the description, and be sure to check out Mr. Retro Kid 91's YouTube channel, where Insatiable Gaming started between me, him, and some other people. And if you like what you saw, be sure to rate this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave comments below to let me know what you guys thought of the episode. And be sure to support Operation Rainfall to get the games Xenoblade, The Last Story, and Pandora's Tower over in the West, as I will leave their homepages, like their official homepage and their Facebook and Twitter, in the description as well. Anyway, take care of yourselves, gamers, and I'll see you on the next episode. See you guys then.